Illegal contact, defense number 57. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the New York Jets head coach.
There is no foul for pass interference.
Really? The Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes are 7-2, but they wouldn't be able to get where they are right now without a little help from the Zebras. We're only halfway through the season, and already there has been multiple times where the refs have essentially won the game for Kansas City. And then there's all the Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift media, and I'd probably say that the Chiefs right now are the most hated team in football. I think it's well deserved with how much the refs have helped them. We're going to look at all the times the refs teamed up with the Kansas City Chiefs and see where would Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs be if they didn't have the refs in their back pocket. Before I start, I do want to say that I don't think Mahomes should be in any of the conversations for winning MVP right now. He has good stats and they're 7-2, but he's not the reason they're winning games. It's because of the Chiefs defense and the refs. Don't get me wrong though, he's still playing good. There's just quarterbacks that are having better seasons like Hurts and Lamar. I'm not going to go into every single holding call because there's just so many plays and the refs, I bet they try their best. There's so many holds that shouldn't be, and there's so many non-calls that should be called holds. And there's definitely missed calls for the Chiefs and against the Chiefs, both sides of the ball. But I will say that it does feel like the Chiefs do get away with a little bit more holding than your average NFL team. Now, I could be dead wrong. I don't have any proof, but I think a lot would agree that it does kind of feel that way. Let's start week 4 against the Jets. Patrick Mahomes is not playing good. He has 2 terrible picks in the first half of this game. They were terrible throws, but also the Jets defense was just beating Patrick Mahomes up. This Jets defense, I think some people don't realize how good it is. It destroyed Justin Herbert, destroyed Patrick Mahomes, destroyed Josh Allen. Okay, let me not get off topic with a rant. It's 3rd and long. Patrick Mahomes scrambles for a first down. Holding penalty on Jawan Taylor brings it back. 3rd and 20 plus. Patrick Mahomes in the pocket. Scrambles for a first down, 20+ yard run. But if you didn't notice, in the backfield, there was the most blatant hold you've ever seen. And I honestly believe that the Chiefs offense could have done anything they wanted to on this play and gotten away with it because they were flagged on the play prior. The refs aren't going to call 2 holding plays back to back on the Chiefs. And all that sets up the Zebras to bail out Patrick Mahomes. It's 3rd and 20 again. Mahomes drops back, tosses a jump ball to the right side of the field, and it's picked off. And then a flag is thrown, of course. It's apparently holding on Sauce Gardner, and even Chris Collinsworth talks about how much the defenses have been going at the offensive players, how much contact there has been, and the refs were letting them play. And you also love to see the ref throwing the flag right after the ball was intercepted. No, the refs sometimes will hold their flag until the play is over. Sometimes they'll throw it, sometimes they won't, varying on what happens. I don't think the NFL is rigged, but I think the refs, they know Patrick Mahomes. They know the Chiefs. They know how big they are. They know that the Chiefs are good right now, and they're going to bail them out more than other teams and other players just for name and recognition. No chances of a hold though. Weak call. And also Patrick Mahomes then said in an interview that he saw the hold and just tossed the ball up there hoping to get the call. But I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Mahomes actually threw this ball because he was playing like absolute dog shit in this game. And I think that there's a good chance that he was just throwing this ball and it was a terrible throw. Saleh's obviously pissed off, continues to yell at the refs for the rest of the game, and gets flagged. But if the refs would have called either of these holds, the Jets would have got the ball back, would have had a chance to win the game or kick a game-tying field goal. Now we jump to week 5 against the Vikings. It's 4th and 12, late in the game. Vikings have the ball at the 24-yard line, and they're down by 7. Kirk Chain's in the shotgun, takes a snap, drops back. The pressure's coming. He tosses the ball up to the right side of the end zone to Addison. Addison is held, can't even move to make a play on the ball, and a flag is thrown. But then the craziest thing happens. Nothing crazier has happened since January 4th, 2015.
There is no foul for pass interference.
They pick up the flag. O'Connell's obviously pissed. How do you pick that up? He wasn't even able to make a play on the ball. And it gets even worse. It's pass interference if the ball is tipped, but here the ball is not tipped. Kirk Cousins' arm is hit when he's throwing, but that's not a tipped ball. Also, check the blatant face mask on the offensive linemen. O'Connell says after that he thinks Addison should have tried to sell the contact more and still try to catch the ball, and I agree. But the part that pisses me off the most is when Snead takes off his helmet after the play. He takes off his helmet to complain to the refs about the call. I think it's a hold. He has both hands on him like an offensive lineman, but you can't take your helmet off when you're on the field. It's a rule. And the ref reminds him the rule to put back on his helmet and doesn't flag him. And O'Connell says one of the reasons he was so mad was because Snead took his helmet off and didn't get flagged at all. Now that wouldn't have given the Vikings a first down, but it would have pushed them back closer to the end zone and would have definitely affected the game regarding field position. But that part pisses me off the most because last year, DJ Moore catches a game-tying touchdown with seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. He gets up, celebrates, and takes his helmet off while celebrating, gets flagged 15 yards, and on the extra point, because of the 15-yard penalty, the Panthers miss it and they lose in overtime. For the refs to be so strict about this rule in this situation, but then not call it against Snead, it pisses me off. And additionally, he's technically off the field. I can't have a refs and Chiefs video without bringing up one of the worst calls to me in NFL history. I think there's no chances of the hold. The Chiefs kick their field goal, go up by 3, give the ball to Hurts, and he leads the team down and scores the game-winning touchdown because he was just unstoppable. Nothing was stopping him. If Chiefs fans want to talk about uncatchable balls, saying the Addison catch was uncatchable, then this was 100% uncatchable. Also, Tyreek Hill says the Chiefs were saved by the refs and that when the game's on the line, you just gotta let the players play unless it's a really bad call, and I agree.
You gotta let the players play. It's a good game. The Chiefs, they got saved like that last year, for real though, and the Eagles in the Super Bowl. If we been for real, then they come back and get saved in the Jets game. Maybe because Taylor Swift was in the building. I don't know what's going on.
Again, I agree with Tyreek, and everywhere I've seen that clip, I've just seen people talk about how Tyreek is just complaining there and he's a crybaby because he's just mad that he didn't win a Super Bowl last year with the Chiefs. I mean, I'm not even a Chiefs fan, Eagles fan, Dolphins fan, Tyreek fan. And I think Tyreek was just given his honest opinion and it wasn't really motivated by anything. But all the Chiefs fans were pissed off about when he said that. So I was like, oh my gosh. With the Chiefs getting helped out recently, it's pretty annoying. And I was going to make this video about it. And now that I've made this video, I'm even more pissed off. And I'm even more upset about that holding call during the Super Bowl. I really wish the Eagles would have won that. Honestly, I think making this video has turned me into a full-hearted Chiefs hater. And if something else happens again this season where the Chiefs and the refs win the game together, I'm going to be pissed because the Chiefs have won 2 games because of the refs. The Jets and the Vikings. They're 7-2 right now, but they could easily be 5-4. I'd be surprised if the Chiefs have a better or just as good of a record in the second half of their season as they did in the first half without any refs' help.